Hiya, welcome to this week's episode of Is It a Crime? I'm your host, Sir Eddie Frost, and this week we are investigating events in and around Sunderland. Are these events a crime? You decide.
Is it a crime?
This week on the show we're joined by the Johnson family.
This is Steph, my wife. This is Jenny, my daughter. This is Luke, my son, and I'm Sam, and we're the Johnson family.
The Johnson family, a typical family from Sunderland in the north-east of England. Today's episode of Is It a Crime focuses on Luke Johnson, age 15. Luke is a 15-year-old boy living in the heart of the north-eastern Sunderland. He attends local school, St John's Academy, and local youth group Grace House. He is described as a friendly boy with a good group of close friends. Let's take a look.
Bod dad, I tell you that.
Good morning, fella.
Shoes have got holes in, you know. He's got special needs, like.
Aye, special like.
Yeah, look at him.
He's got holes in his shoes,
I am not looking forward to maths today.
What? What had maths today?
He's got holes in his shoes, you know.
Look at him though, he's a little weirdo.
Aye, he's special like.
What are you looking at? Get off me buff, man.
Look away if you know what's good for you.
Try it, man.
Just ignore them, you know how they are.
I just try to get them out of my mind. I just can't.
So, we've had a little insight for Luke and his family into a typical journey to school today. I'm not sure about our audience at home, but I'm feeling there is more to the story.
Is it a crime?
As you know, it's not just me on this show. Today I'm joined by Betty Phillips and David Fox. Betty works at St James Academy as a dinner lady, and David Fox is a local police officer. Thank you, Betty and David, for joining us on Is It a Crime? So, Betty, do you know Luke from school? Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I've worked at St James Academy for 17 years now. I love my job. Nothing better than keeping the bairns fed.
Wow, that's a long time you've worked there. And you know Luke?
Yes, that's right. I think Luke's been there about 3 years now. He's a lovely lad. Knocks around with Josh. They're both canny.
Great to have you with us, PC Fox. Do you know Luke?
I never met Luke. It's a good thing in my job.
Bearing in mind the evidence that we've got, my question to both of you and our audience at home and in the studio, is it a crime? We are undecided here in the studio, and it appears to our audience at home. I think it's time to find out a little more.
The week before there was an incident in the local shop.
Oh, that group are always causing trouble. Scared of anyone and anything different to them. I won't have that sort of behaviour in my shop. Come to think of it, I've seen them bothering Luke before, in fact quite a few times.
They're always bothering Luke. He says it doesn't bother him, but I know it does. Just bullies, that's what they are. I've told him to stay out of their way. It's for the best.
We found out a little more. Let's hear from our panel in the studio. Betty, I would be interested to know your thoughts.
Well, the thing is, Ezzy, kids will be kids. Sticks and stones and all that.
So sorry, Betty. I have to disagree. Evidence clearly shows there's a crime here. I would say intent to intimidate.
What are we saying here, PC Fox?
Well, Eddie, what I am saying is it's not okay. It's a crime here.
So, Betty, is it fair to say you are still undecided? Take a look at this. We have chosen not to show all of the incident, to not cause distress. We know that Luke was verbally abused and then physically attacked. He was pushed to the floor, punched and repeatedly kicked over his body. A passerby called an ambulance.
Why me? I was on my way to the youth club, minding my own business. I didn't even look in their direction. I just tried to block it out. Every punch, every kick. I just wanted to end. And when it did, I just ran. I kept on running. I ran as fast as I could. I ran to Pension Monument. It's my favourite place. When I'm there, I just forget everything that's going on in my head. Escape from it, you know? Block it all out. Mum says it's my happy place. I think she's right. But why am I always the target? Why did they attack me? So I've got disabilities, so I'm different, but we're all different. Maybe I did something, but I didn't. I know I didn't. I'm sure I didn't. My body hurts. Still got bruises on my side. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, it's so horrible of what they did to Luke.
Well, I was with Betty. Kids will be kids, but after seeing that video, I think it's definitely a crime. They picked on him for his appearance and because he's different to them. It's like racism. It got so bad that he ended up in hospital.
So now back to our panel for their final verdict.
That was awful. They should have been expelled from school, kicked out of youth groups and not allowed on the bus.
We're all in agreement that was a crime and a hate crime at that.
I would 100% agree. As you know, each week we have our advice sections for our victims. This week we took to the streets of Sunderland.
They should definitely talk to someone that they trust, like their friends, their teachers, family, or even the police.
Don't be ashamed, it's not your fault.
Speak to a counsellor, it will help him process what happened to him.
That's disgusting. It's a hate crime and he needs to report it to the police.
The next step would be Luke going to the nearest police station to report that crime.
Some great advice there. Now back to Eddie in the studio.
The verdict is in, with a unanimous decision here in the studio and at home. Sadly, I can confirm this is a crime. In case of Luke, a hate crime.
What is hate crime? In most crimes, it is something the victim has in their possession or control that motivates the offender to commit the crime. With hate crime, it is who the victim is or what the victim appears to be that motivates the offender to commit the crime. A hate incident is any incident which the victim or anyone else thinks is based on someone's prejudice towards them because of their disability, race, religion, sexual orientation, or because they are transgender. This incident was more than bullying and was a hate crime, as disability is a protected characteristic in law.
Things are being a lot better now actually. Obviously, I was upset and I had to tell people, which was hard. But I did, and that helped. Please help me understand why it was wrong and that it wasn't my fault. I've since had help from support groups and the counsellor and my friends. I feel like I got justice. Since this has happened, I've just tried to get back to doing stuff that make me happy, like gaming and hanging out with my friends. So yeah, I'm getting back to doing stuff that make me happy and what makes me really.
A big thank you to Luke and his family and friends for being part of today's episode. And thank you also to today's panel. Until next time on Is It a Crime, take care.
Is it a crime?
We have disabilities, but you can't always see them. This doesn't mean they don't exist. We exist. We are here.